Main reason I tell people, especially couples in a relationship, to make sure that you discover your purpose first before you get into a relationship. The reason I say that, the main reason I say that is because once you discover your purpose or you discover why you were born, your dislikes and all of your likes and your dislikes and your interests is going to change. Now just imagine how this thing pivot because we hear this all the time. You're not the person I fell in love with. You're not the person that I met. You're right. I have grown. Every relationship, you should expect your person to grow in some aspect, some shape, some form. But many of you have not discovered your purpose. You find somebody because you're more interested in love and relationship than you are your purpose. But then when you get into the relationship, now you're like, listen, I'm going to tap into my purpose. You tap into your purpose, and guess what happens? You look at the person that you're in relationship with, and you're like, you ain't even my type.
Man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me
What's
out.
going on, family? I want to welcome you to AOS the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life because our mission here at AOS the podcast is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. I like comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you, it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. One of my inspirees, I want to thank each and every one of you for rocking with us on today. Welcome to another episode of AOS the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. Let's go ahead and jump into it. You already see the thumbnail. You already see the title, and it's entitled, Don't Let Her Outgrow You, fellas. This is major. Major. I'm dropping some major bars right now. I mean, some surefire major bars, right? Don't let her outgrow you, right? So you have your, I'm going to say this before I say that. I believe, right, that men are the leaders, or you should be the leader in your relationship. Now, let me dissect this part right here. There are some women that love men that they can trample over. I ain't that guy, right? So I can't relate to you guys. But there are some women that love guys that they can run over top of, that they can run, that they can dictate to, that they can control. I'm not that guy. Never will be, never have a desire to be. But I believe that those type of guys, it's hard for you to lead your relationship because your woman is dictating stuff to you, is running you, right? It's hard for you to play your position that God has ordained and designed you to do because you don't have what it takes. And you do have what it takes, but you're not operating what it takes to lead, right? This is why a lot of guys cheat or get out of the relationship and get into another relationship where she allows him to be the man. Right. So that's for a totally different subject. But I believe in a relationship, the man, and I'm not saying that he should be the leader because he's the man. Right. I am saying that, but I'm not saying that. Right. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be in a relationship and she's not, watch this, allowing you, right, to operate in who it is that you are, which is the leader. Now, a lot of women are not going to follow your lead, especially when you're not leading them in the right direction or a good direction. Every time you lead us, we lose something. Every time you lead us, we fall short or whatever. So, fellas, you got to sharpen up your leadership skills. But I believe that the way that we're designed, we are designed. Now, I'm going to tell you this. We're designed to be leaders. But I've seen situations, I've seen relationships where the man is a horrible leader, but she's following him because there's something about him that speaks to her. Period. But I believe that the man should lead in every aspect of the relationship. Will he be strong in every aspect of the relationship? No. She will be stronger than you, but you're still the leader, right? Michael Jordan was the leader of the Bulls, right? When they won the championship. Scottie Pippen helped them get to that place. However, he's still the leader. I think that in your relationship, fellas, you gotta be that relentless leader. And I believe that every leader always look for spaces and opportunities to grow and to be better. I really believe that. I believe that every single leader will look for a way to be better in their finances, be better mentally, be better emotionally, be better in every facet of their life. A real leader is going to read some leadership books. It's going to read something so that I can lead this woman in the right direction. Period. Right? Because this is the biggest thing. I've seen this time and time again. When you allow your woman to outgrow you, you will find your, watch this. This was crazy. She gonna find her tribe. I'm not saying that she gonna cheat, but eventually, if she outgrows you, she's gonna get, I'm not gonna say tired of you, but when you outgrow something, it becomes uncomfortable. How many of you all have shoes that you wore when you were a kid, right? Or, when your feet was growing. Or better yet, there are some shoes, even as an adult, that you can't fit now because maybe your foot got fat. Maybe something happened, like some type of adjustments has happened to your body, and you put your feet in those shoes. Maybe that's a bad analogy because I can still fit some shoes that I had 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago. From as a matter of fact, but that's let's talk about clothes, right? Let's look some jeans. There are some jeans, men and women that you bought years ago that you can't fit into now. I don't care if you lost weight or gained weight. There's some type of clothing article that you can't fit no more, whether it's too loose or it's too tight, right? Think about it. Either way, you have outgrown these pieces of articles of clothes. Is it comfortable? Is it, number one, is it comfortable? Number two, is it desirable? No, it's not. Your relationship is the same way, fellas. When she outgrows you, right? You now become uncomfortable in her life. Are you desired? No. Are you tolerated? Possibly yes. And I want to tell you, fellas, it's crazy that your woman is going to school. She's trying to better herself. She's trying to get to the bag. She's trying to get more money. You just sitting home playing video games. Like, it's your fault. Fellas, if I come to your house and your house is nasty and dirty, that's your woman's fault. But if I come to the house and there's no upgrades in your house and everything is outdated, fellas, that's your fault. It's always the man's responsibility to help the family get to the next level. I'm talking about not just financially, but I'm talking about mentally. I'm talking about spiritually. I'm talking about physically. I'm talking about holistically. It is the man's job to help the family, help your woman, help your children get to the next level. Do we fall short sometimes? Absolutely, but it's your job. I don't care. I'm doing another episode next week. You don't want to miss it. Fellas, you got to stand on what you believe. Stand on it firm, even if you lose some stuff. I can't wait to drop that episode next week. It's going to be bananas. But fellas, you have to place yourself in position where you're like, listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm standing on it. And this is this is what we're going to rock with. And just stand on it. When you make a decision, I think that this is the reason why a lot of women don't respect a lot of men, because you make decisions and it's so wavery. That's what I'm gonna tell you this. I get angry with my wife. What do you want to eat? I don't know. Okay, cool. We're going to get this. I don't want that. What you mean? You just said, and I know that many men in the world deal with this. You think about this, fellas. How much does this irritate you when your lady does that? What do you want to eat? I don't know. What you want to eat? Well, I'm gonna eat this. I don't want to eat that. Well, what do you want? I don't know. Then you go get your food. Then what do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't know what I have a taste for. Cool. I'm going home. Then she catches an attitude. Think about how irritating this is to you, fellas. How much more irritating would this be to her when she has outgrown you? Right? This is why, fellas, I truly believe this. I listened to this episode called Harley Initiated, and they had Pimp and Ken on it. And this is what gave me the idea for this episode, because he was like, don't let your woman outgrow you, because if she outgrows you, eventually something's going to transpire where either she leaves, either she starts to disrespect you. That's why I tell fellas, you always need to find yourself learning. Always find a way to learn something new and bring it back to your woman. She needs to look at you as, hey, Bay gonna get that information. Bay gonna get that work, right? Like, he's gonna take me to the next level. You need to be, your relationship needs to be so saturated with her looking at you and respecting you to the degree where it's like, listen, I don't understand this. Let me ask my baby first. Maybe he knows. Even if you don't know, listen, baby, hold, give me 1 minute. Let me figure this thing out. That's how you need to be in your relationship. Because when she outgrows you, fellas, you are in trouble. Because think about this. Men are always, or should be, a few steps, not saying that we're better, but you should be a few steps ahead. Every leader has to be a few steps ahead, or a lot of steps ahead of the people that's following you. I'm following you because you know more than me. I'm following you because you have more experience than me. I'm following you because you can get the job done better than me, and you can teach me some stuff. That's why I'm following you. I don't follow you because I think that you're handsome. I'm talking to all the fellas. This is why she's following you. She's following you because she believes that you can create a better quality life for her. So, fellas, if she believes that, you need to make this thing a reality. Like, and it's crazy because so many men, we want women to speak life into us, but you don't speak life into yourself. You don't lift your own self up. You tear your own self down because of what you believe and how you view your life. And it's crazy because think about this, fellas. It's impossible for you to expect a woman to speak life into you and you don't speak it into yourself. So you're looking for something out of her on something that you don't even give yourself. Bars. Let's go. Like, I'm not going to look to a woman to big me up, to make me feel good. I make myself feel good. Every morning I wake up, you amazing. Boy, you going to kill it today. Boy, you on the right track. Like, I'm bigging myself up. So why are you getting mad because she's not giving what you're not giving yourself? That's a bar, right? So fellas, I need you to always find yourself in position where you're growing. Too many of y'all are becoming complacent where you are. You are complacent with your finances. You're complacent with your spirituality. You're complacent with your physical features. Many of y'all, and I'm going to raise my hand because I'm guilty too. We want this six pack. We want to be chiseled. We want, you know what I'm saying? We want to be right, but we refuse to do some push-ups, right? I mean, it's crazy because, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to hit the gym every single day. I played football. You know, when I was younger, I was a monster on that football field. I'm very athletic. I used to do everything, right? Now, fast forwarding to the future now, like, I remember when about 7 years ago, I used to go to the gym every single day. I was fit. I used to go there and lived in the gym. Now, I ain't lift no weights like that, but you know what I mean? Cardio, push-ups, you know, sit-ups. And I was good, right? But now it's like I'm making excuses. I don't feel like it. Got time. Like, you know, it's crazy because you can go and, you know, do some push-ups and sit-ups and you can see a major difference in your physique. I was doing intermittent fasting. I was like, yo, I'm doing intermittent fasting. I'm going to be focused on my push-ups, my sit-ups, and all that good stuff. Failed. Intermittent fasting, I did good. Exercising, I failed. Right? Many of you don't think about exercise until your body begins to deteriorate. And I want you to work on that before you get there. But fellas, we need to be leaders. You need to be a leader. Don't never, ever, don't let her outgrow you. Because if you let her outgrow you, there's going to be an upset on your end. Because either she's going to leave you, she's going to find another guy that pours into her, and you can't get mad at her. You cannot get mad at her. I think that was the best analogy that I used. An article of clothing. Just like it's uncomfortable, whether it's big, too big, or too tight, it's uncomfortable. You don't want to wear it. It's not desirable. It doesn't look good on you. So that's how she begins to view you. Like, I've outgrown this clown. All this guy wants to do is sit down and play video games all day long. All this guy wants to do is sit on the phone and gossip to his friends about other people. All this guy wants to do is drink, smoke, cut out. It's crazy. Like that's all he wants to do. He has nothing going. Like I'm gonna tell you, fellas, that's a dangerous place to be, to have nothing going on in your life. Dangerous place. Like I listen. I don't want to find myself that. I won't find myself there. I will always be evolving. I will always be reinventing myself every chance I get. You got to learn to pivot. Like I ain't gonna keep y'all long. That's all I want to tell you. That's all I wanted to tell you, fellas. Don't let her outgrow you. This is a conversation that I would love to have with some other people. Because, it's crazy. I would love to have with some women because if she outgrows you, guess what? She's going to lose interest in you. I don't care if your sex game is good. I don't care. I don't care what you do. She's outgrown you. So, and then this is the thing, you can prevent that before it happens. You can prevent her outgrowing you before that happens. There are some things that you can do. Go to school. Matter of fact, I know some of y'all, I don't have no money to go to school. Cool. Go to YouTube University. It's free. Go to focus. I'm gonna tell you this. All of my entrepreneurs, all of my business owners, everybody that has a dream, this is what I want to tell you. There are so many podcasts that you can listen to that talks about business that will inspire you to do something. But what I want to suggest to you today, focus on one thing and be great at that. Focus. I'm a podcaster. That's what I'm focusing on, right? And I'm focused. I'm laser focused. I'm consistent. I'm killing it, right? I can be doing more, of course. I could be doing a lot more, right? But I'm holding myself accountable. I ain't no buts. I can be doing a lot more, but no, I can't say but again. Listen. If you look at what I produce, I'm producing some amazing things. However, I can go harder. I can go harder. You got to hold yourself accountable. Like I said, you can go to YouTube University, figure out everything you need to figure out, but focus on one thing. Focus. If you don't hear nothing else I say in this episode. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business and the business started off great and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. This. Focus on one thing and kill it and be great in that. If you want to do real estate, go all in. Get your credit right. Get your business credit right, right? I mean, like, watch this. Now, I don't know how true this is. I'm going to just give you this play real fast. My best friend told me this. He said that he read an article. He said a guy broke down and told people how he made millions. This is what he did. He bought some land that had a whole bunch of trees on it. He bought the land for $50,000. He made a deal with a company that needed lumber. They came, chopped down all the trees. The trees that he gave them added up to $200,000. So now he has $50,000 into the land. He just made $200,000. He's $150,000 up, right? Let's just look at the math. He's $150,000 up, right? So now what he does is he sells the land. I think my friend said he sold it for $100,000. I'm assuming that he sold it for more because it got cleared out. So now he has $200,000, now $100,000. That's $300,000. And he's only $50,000 in. And what he did was, this is what he said. He said he did it again. Rinse and repeat, did it again. I'm pretty sure it's not that easy. Buy some land, I'm pretty sure it's not that easy, but figure out if you're gonna do real estate, kill it. I just got, hey, listen, I just gave you a blueprint, right? Go do the research. If you want to be a car salesman, you can start small. Did you know that you can sell 5 cars in a year without no license? Go to the auction, find you a car for $1,000. Clean it up, find out what's wrong with it, fix it, right? Make it look clean, sell it. If you have a hard time selling it, you buy a car for 1,000, you want to sell it for 2,000, 3,000. Cool. Put some rims on it. Some young kid that's in high school or going to college, they'll find value in that car. They'll want to get it immediately, right? Make it look complete. If you want to start, in cars, start a car lot. Start like that. Get your feet wet. Learn. Or I would suggest go to a dealership, right? Apply for a job. Work that job. Now, I would say working for 6 months, learn everything that you can learn about the car business. Or if you want to take another route, find another independent car salesman, a car dealership, right? That somebody started their own car dealership. And, hey, look, can I just shadow you for 3 months, right? But I would say find out a way to make some money, though. But find it out. Find your niche that you want to get in and kill it. And grow. A woman would always respect you. Whenever you put yourself in position to scale up, she has no option but to respect you. Will your relationship work all the time? No. But one thing I can tell you, don't let your woman outgrow you. That will be the death of your relationships. It's facts. I'm gone. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.